It's taken months to get to this point with our off-grid water reservoir, and it hasn't been easy. Now that the liner is down, it's time to use soil to create an anchor. But time is against us and we have to get it finished before autumn takes hold and the rain arrives.
It's a wet sort of day today. I just don't know whether it's going to rain in 5 minutes. It's really overcast and we've already started to fill up in this pond, and I don't want it to fill up yet. I haven't finished what I wanted to do, but it is. It's starting to get water in it, and I've got to do a concrete slab down in there for the feet for our little pier thing that's going to go in here. So we've got a sort of a faceplate that's got to go over this once this is in the way. I'll drill the holes through. I can't sort of film this as I'm doing it because I'm on a bit of a steep slope in the pond and it's just me filming it, so I'm going to have to let you just imagine that it all went well and it was really easy to do. Finally in place.
How's it going?
Oh, it's a pain in the neck. I'm making a right old mess of it, to be honest, but... So putting them face plates on was an extremely messy job. It was trying to fold back the liner and then fold it back after you'd glued round the first plate, and trying to get that liner back at the same time with trying to find the screws. And if it didn't work out right, and once you got it on your hands, you got it on your hands. Nightmare. So here we're putting in our concrete shuttering, and we can have 3 sort of slabs of concrete. It's going to be an upper one that's going to be on the top of the bank, and there's one further down that's going to have the pier legs, and then there's a slope off of that concrete slab down into the pond where there's another bit, and it's like a 3rd foot almost to sort of support the bank, because I was worried about putting the pier legs on this. We've got like a line that goes around the pond where you would usually say that's where your marginal plants would get planted. Obviously on ours it's further down because we're actually using it as an anchor because we're going to put soil back over that, but I didn't want the pier legs to be sliding down the mud under the pond, so that's just to stabilise it all, and there's all the reinforcing wire that goes in that as well. Right, this morning I'm going to be trying to make up some of the steel that's going to go in for our platforms, that's going to be for our little pier or jetty that's going to go over our pond. And I looked at buying the reinforcement wire, and that was like £80 for a big sheet of it, and it was, yeah, getting a little bit expensive really. So I was looking around what we've got laying around the yard, and I've got this matting here, and this sort of matting that's under this wood chip was from an MOD site where they had things like fire engines could stand on it, so it's got steel rods running through it with woven steel into that, and I've been cutting down the woven steel, cutting through the woven steel and pulling out the great big long rods, and then we're left with these really long, very long rods that I'm going to use for pier legs. So I'll put a rod through, and then we've got a tube that's going to go over and fill it with concrete, and they'll be for the little pier or jetty legs, and then and some of it we'll put as reinforcement in the concrete slab. We'll run some through like that and cross over and wire them together and make it up that way, otherwise it's all going to get very expensive. I'm welding on this here and it's very damp, so obviously not the place to weld is on top of dry wood chip, but we've had a lot of rain and the ground is very wet, and everywhere is basically wet down here, so chances of anything catching alight are pretty much zero. So yes, it's a bit spitty, It was getting better. I had a good one there. It's a very windy day actually today.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun.
Someone did say it's a shame you haven't got clay where you are, because you would be able to just do a pond out of that, which is true, because we did have a pond and it worked really well for a number of years until we started drawing from it. And when you draw from it in the summer, it takes a lot to replenish because the ground around it is cracking all the time.
If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide.
What really happened here is we missed the window of opportunity to try and move this soil when it was dry. And with work and everything that's gone on this year, when the time came that was booked to get the digger in and I had time off, I had 3 days of digger. The first day it just chucked it down. It had rained a few days before, but the first day that we had the first digger, it rained continuously and it was miserable. It was glued into the barrow. The mud we were digging out was just, it was so clayey.
It's not what you think it's gonna be like, but nothing ever is in this life. It's a slow dance in paradise. When the world's on fire, look for my eyes. I know you wanna go, and I don't blame you at all. I'm learning my own skin in reading what you wrote back then. Please don't disappear. It's not what you think it's gonna be like, but nothing ever is in this life. It's a slow dance in paradise. When the world's on fire, look for my eyes. Look for my
The next day I had help from my brother-in-law and everything seemed to go much better this day. It was drier, we'd hit a bit of more crumbly soil, the sun was shining, and it just made it all go much easier.
Clap your hands and you feel stronger. Tomorrow you get another chance. Don't blame yourself under the circumstances. Tomorrow you get another chance. Take control of your feelings. You know you've been dreaming. Where are all the loving words? Where
So I bought some bulbs weeks ago. I thought autumn's here, I want to get some bulbs in because we like it when Easter comes. Perhaps have an Easter egg hunt. It just lifts everything after a long winter to see signs of spring.
But I know you're stronger than what you think. And I know it's hard. Yeah, I know it's rough, but we'll make it through. And I'll back you up. Wherever you're going, I'm going too. I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
Again, you ready? You going along to bumpy ground? Here we go. Paying £2 for a ride at Tesco.
It's not what you think.